This short video will show you the basics of using Dreamweaver. Firstly, inside your OCR Nationals folder, you need to create a Unit 2 folder if you've not already done so. Inside that, I will need one called Website, and inside that, I will need one called CSS, Flash, and Images. That's your directory structure, which is one of the first pass marks. Once you've done that, you need to load Dreamweaver. You'll find Dreamweaver in Core Programs, LCC ICT, or in the shortcuts in shared documents. When you first load it, it may ask you if you're a designer or a coder. You are a designer. When it first comes up, we're going to firstly manage a site. This is Dreamweaver's way of keeping all your files in one place and making sure that everything you do all links up properly. So you click Site, Manage Sites, and then choose New Site. You need to give your site a name, so I'm going to call mine Unit 2, and then you need to follow these options and follow these instructions carefully. You do not want any server technology. You need to find the folder you just created, the one called Website. So we'll just show where that is. My Documents, Nationals, Unit 2, Website. You then press Next. You aren't going to connect to a remote server, so choose None, and then press Done. When you press that, press Done again. The right hand side now has your site managed. The first thing we're going to do then is create a template page, which is basically to decide on the size of all your pages in your website. The first thing I'm going to do here though is minimize this menu down the side. To draw the table for the page, you change your toolbar at the top from Common to Layout, and then click on the Layout button. You need to choose the Layout table, which is the green one, and this decides the maximum size of your page. So there's my page there. You can see at the bottom right hand side the numbers are changing, so it's going to be 900 by 500. There we go. Once you've done that, you need to use the smaller one called Layout Cell, which is on the blue border, to draw the parts of the page, i.e. how you want to lay it out. Most websites have some sort of banner at the top. Mine's going to have a banner at the top followed by a smaller banner underneath, and then I'm going to split the page into two fairly equally. So that is how I want my pages all to look. Now, the important thing to remember here is that sizes you've just chosen as a template won't let you put anything in it because you don't have any editable regions. So I only want these two parts of my pages to be different throughout my site. So what I'm going to do is make this an editable region. To do that, you click Insert, Template Objects, and then Editable Region. Or you could press Ctrl, Alt, and V. It will ask you to give this a name. I'm going to call it Left Pane, as in Window Pane. And I'm going to do the same over here and call this one Right Pane. So it's Insert, Template, Editable Region. Okay, you now need to save this, and then you can start using this page to make the rest of your site. First you click Exit, and then click File, Save as Template. So not Save as. It will ask you which website you want this to be associated with, and we'll give it a sensible name. So I'm going to call it Master Template. And press Save. Once you've saved it, you can now close it. So you're ready to start making pages using that template. I'm going to click File, New, and then your templates option should appear. So select the master template, make sure this box is ticked, and press Create. So currently I can't type up here, but I can type in the left pane or the right pane. In the left pane, I'm going to put a table in there. To do this, I'm going to use my Common toolbar, and the table option is that one there. We can use this to kind of get your layout organized a bit better for websites. If you choose border thickness 0 pixels, it'll be a see-through table, so you won't be able to tell it's there. You can change it to percent or pixels, depending on what you prefer working with. I'm just going to put a very small table in there, as wide as that cell. So I can now start typing things in this table, and it will keep things a bit more organized. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to put pictures in. To put a picture in, you use this option here. You then need to find a picture. Your picture should be saved in your images folder inside of your website. I'm going to choose one from outside my folder so you can see what happens to this. So if I go in my pictures, I'll find some pictures about Willie B. So when you press OK, it will say this, and then press OK again. It will then say the file is outside of your document root. Would you like to copy it? You must say yes to that. It will then ask you where you want to save it. Choose your images folder and give it a name. Your picture is then on the page. It will resize your table if you haven't used anchors, but you won't have done that. The second page I'm going to create then is again going to be based on this template. I'm going to show you how to link the two together. So I'm going to type in page 2 here so I can link this in a minute. So first I'm going to save this one, and I'm going to save this one as index. Index is the way the internet treats the first page on a website. So INDEX. Okay, I'm now going to create then a second page. So file new, again using the master page, press create. I'm just going to type in page 2 so you can see that I'm on the second page. I'm going to save this one as further information. And press save. So I'm now going to link that picture and the text on this page to my second page. To do this, there's an easy way and a hard way of doing it. The easy way is to select the text, and then down here you've got a link, and you can simply drag this point to file option to the page you want to link it to. That's the easy way of doing it. The same would apply to pictures. You look where it says link, and then you'd apply a link to the page. As long as I save this page, I will now be able to test this actually works. To test it works, you press File and then Preview in Browser. You could also press F12 to do this. You could also just go into your documents and double click the file because they are standard Internet Explorer pages. Okay, so there's my site I've created so far. If I click on the picture, see that's page 2, and if I click on the word page 2, it will also link. Okay, that concludes the very first video.